Hard to capture, extravagant, resurrect the track and it's militant. And I react like a convict and start killing. It's manifested. The gods work like appliances, dealing in my psyche.
Yo, what's going on, everybody? It's your boy Naruto Explained here, bringing you guys another discussion for Boruto Naruto Next Generations, the anime. And for those of you guys who have not seen the latest Boruto episode, I highly recommend checking out the episode because there was some very critical information that directly sets up stuff that is going on in the manga. And I highly recommend checking out the episode if you want to see a different side of Naruto, which is actually going to be the focus of discussion in this video right here. So with all that being said, if you're still here, I'm assuming you've seen the latest Boruto episode. So I want to keep it real with you guys. Like, Naruto, it cannot be stated enough, Naruto in this episode showed a lot of maturity, and yet at the same time, Naruto just made the biggest, I cannot stress this enough, the biggest mistake that he has ever made as Hokage. And his decision here changes everything going forward, and that's why I tell you guys, like, when it comes to the Owl arc, the Owl arc is going to forever change Boruto as a series because it is a drastic tonal shift. And so when you look at the threat that's been presented to Naruto, he's had Sasuke go out, Sasuke saying, hey, this card group, they're definitely a problem. Sai is saying the same thing. So you have the original Sasuke and then you have the bootleg Sasuke. They're both saying this is a problem, we need to monitor this. This may be something that bites us in the ass later on. You have Tsunade. Tsunade put down the drinking cups long enough and was sober long enough to tell Naruto, like, hey, Shikamaru might be right. We might need to lock down the village. Kakashi was just super chill in this last episode. Kakashi's telling Naruto, like, look, man, you know, whatever it is you're gonna do, people are gonna support because you're the Hokage. But that's also Kakashi saying, like, look, man, I ain't weighing in on this. This is too big of a decision for me to tell you what to do. This one's on you, Chief. And Naruto, he has the right answer at first. He has the right answer. At first, you can tell in the episode he was drastically leaning towards, hey, we're gonna shut down the village for a while. We're gonna investigate everybody that's come in, everybody that's come in the past, everybody that's in here now. We're gonna find this mole in car. And here's the thing, if I'm not mistaken, in episode 157, they already said that Katasuke was cleared and was allowed to go to the scientific ninja weapon tech department on the outskirts of the land of fire. So he's already been cleared in that sense. Now, I don't think that Katasuke necessarily is the only mole that Konoha has. I don't think that that's the case. I know that they checked him. They've already revealed that he's been under Genjutsu brainwash. And so here's what's got me very interested on this. Naruto, his advisors are telling him, we need to take precautions. We need to limit who comes in and out of our village. The people, when Naruto goes onto the village grounds and he talks to him, he's talking to Kiba, he's talking to the police chief, he's talking to the very people who watch the gates. They're all giving him the critical intel, like, look, we have so many people coming in right now, we can't reasonably keep track of how many people are coming into the village. This has led to the Mujina Bandits being able to move within our borders without us being able to do anything. The same thing with the Byakuya gang. And it all goes back to one of the first things that Naruto did as Hokage, which is Naruto got the Hidden Leaf Village established as the capital of the Land of Fire, which then led to a huge population surge. Before that, Konoha, there were a few non-combatant civilians that were inside the village, but it was mostly a ninja village, just like a ninja village should be. Now you have people like Dinky who are in the village who, let's be real for a second, Dinky, he's got the headband. I don't think anybody really considers Dinky to be a shinobi. Like, I might be mistaken, I might be a little too hard on him, but I mean, the dude is wimpy as hell. Take away his computer, take away his access to the OnlyFans, my man's not done anything savage. You have people like Awabe who are in this current generation who are saying that, hey, you know, things have gotten way too soft under this current generation, this current administration. And that is very telling because that's a direct reflection on the fact that things have changed on the Naruto. Now, granted, Naruto was moving towards trying to make a more peaceful world and trying to make a world where you don't need as many shinobi. That's something I'm going to actually cover in a video that's related with Kakashi Redstone. That's something that Kakashi has as a part of his Hokage legacy, which is trying to get the Hidden Leaf Village ready for a world world where they don't necessarily need ninja, where they don't necessarily need a Hokage in order to thrive and function. So Naruto and Kakashi, they're both on the same page here, but Naruto took it a step further. In typical Naruto fashion, Naruto don't do anything halfway. He's like, okay, we're gonna embrace change. Let me talk to a feudal lord. Let's make the feudal lord come to us. Let's make the Hidden Leaf Village the capital of Land of Fire. Let's bring all these people in here. Let's let children who want to learn regular schoolwork be side by side with people that are going to school for ninjutsu, and then we'll even allow those students who are taking ninjutsu classes to also take classes with normal students. We'll allow them to integrate, and then we can allow them to choose which path they want to go on. Do they want to go on a civilian path? Do they want to go on a ninja career path? And the problem with this is that, for better or for worse, Naruto has created this perception that Konoha and Konoha Ninja are essentially very soft right now. And that's why I brought up the Iwabe point from earlier, because when you have somebody from that generation pointing out how soft this new generation is, when you have people in other villages looking at ninja from Konoha, like we saw in the Hidden Mist field trip arc, where you had people inside of that village looking sideways at the Hidden Leaf, gaining and saying that your country is soft, you're the Hokage brat. They're talking down like they have no respect for what is hands down the most powerful military nation out of all of the 5 great nations. Not only that, but Konoha has gotten soft enough, the Land of Fire has gotten soft enough that the feudal lord from the Land of Water felt confident enough that he was holding off on signing an extension of the peace treaty because he did not fear Konoha in that aspect. That's part of the whole reason for the Hidden Mist field trip arc, where you have Shino and Anko negotiating on behalf of Konoha with Chojuro and with Mei, the former Mizukage. They're talking, trying to hammer out the ideas and to pass on the information to the feudal lord, to get the feudal lord to sign on to that agreement. Otherwise, by Mei and Chojuro's own words, you could have a war break out between the nations. When you get to the Shikamaru Shinden novel, Konoha has fallen enough so that the Tsuchikage and the Mizukage were willing to join forces, and they were not afraid of any type of intervention with the side of Konoha. They had beef with what was going on with, I believe it was the Hidden Cloud Village, and they were trying to, because of the feudal lord for the Land of Earth, they're trying to take more territory. And what you ended up having in that situation is that Naruto's still trying to play peacemaker, but most importantly, Naruto did not take a firm stance in that situation. The power of the Land of Fire, a organization, a nation that has Naruto, Sasuke, Sakura, Rock Lee, Kakashi, all of these powerful ninja, despite having all of that, basically a nuclear arsenal, the Tsuchikage felt confident enough that she was willing to start that war. That's the whole reason why Shikamaru takes things into his own hands and is getting ready to kill 2 of the 5 Kage in that novel, because things were escalating towards a 5th Great Ninja War, which I've already covered in an entire video breaking down that whole scenario, in case you're interested in what happens in that actual novel, because I have not covered it yet here on this channel. But there's a common thread here, and I can keep going with a few other examples, like with how Kara has been infiltrating the 5 great nations, how Kara has walked openly through the Hidden Leaf Village on more than one occasion, and in one instance doing so in a way to where they fell right under Naruto's nose, and the other instance doing it without any disregard for how powerful Konoha shinobi are. So I think that you're seeing the signs here that under Naruto's leadership, while Konoha has expanded and Konoha has become more prosperous because of that, because of the winding down of their military capability, because nobody in this new generation outside the new Team 7 and Shikadai has shown that immense potential and that extra gear when it comes to unlocking new abilities and unlocking new power. Maybe you can go Inojin, maybe you can go Chocho, but both of them are weak as hell. So when you look at that, Konoha, despite Naruto's claim that, hey, the next generation is coming, outside of the Team 7 and Shikadai, you're not seeing much promise there. And these older generation characters, they're only going to continue to get older, which means in time they are going to get weaker. You can probably bet Kara will not be the last organization that decides to test the Land of Fire. Just something to keep your mind on. However, I want to know from you guys, how do you guys feel about this? Let me know down in the comment section below. But as always, guys, if you like anything I had to say, don't forget to comment, rate, subscribe, and share. Thank you so much for watching on to the end. Have an awesome day, guys.